Okay, so we are answering your wig questions. We have a question from Dawn about storage. So if you are wondering about wig storage, then this is the video for you. If you have a question that you would like answered, you can do that a couple different ways. You can email me at tia@tiamariawigs.com. You can leave it in a comment below this video, or you can join our private Facebook group, Tia Maria's Wig Hangout on Facebook, and submit your question there, and I will either answer it in the comments, other people might answer it too, or I'll make a video on it, okay? So that's how you can get your question answered. But right now we're here for Dawn's question. Okay, so Miss Dawn V asked, how should she store her wigs? Should she hang them, put them in boxes, plastic bag? And although this isn't part of her question, someone else asked a similar question about storing their wigs in plastic bags and how you should go about doing that or not doing that. So we're going to answer Dawn's specific question, but also just wig storage questions in general in this video. So if that's what you want to know, let's get to it. Hi, I'm Tia, owner and operator of Tia Maria Wigs. I'm also a wig coach, wig educator, wig enthusiast, wig wearer, okay? And we're here talking about storage. This is a question I get a lot, and I do have a couple different videos about storage, but this is a question I get quite frequently is, how should I store my wigs? How should I not store my wigs? And I'm going to answer that today. I'd say honestly, the best way to store wigs, and I'm going to separate them into two categories, your name brand wigs, and then also your sort of beauty supply store type, Amazon, whatever type wigs. And the reason that I am going to separate this out is mostly because of the packaging that it comes in when you first buy it and what would be available to store it in, if that makes sense. So overall, I'd say for name brand wigs, I prefer to store them in the boxes for more long-term storage. And if I am going to wear it within the short distant future, or if I'm going to style it for something, then I actually store it on a wig head. I use the realistic looking mannequins. You can use a foam wig head. I would actually avoid storing your wigs long-term on the plastic sort of portable wig stands, just because I feel like that little ring at the top can put a little crease in the cap sometimes. But I think that those are my sort of two types of long-term, short-term type storage scenarios. If it does come with the box and the box is nice, I do actually prefer to just keep it in the box. I flip it capsize in, or I put paper inside of the cap. Sometimes I will put dryer sheets in there for moisture, but also just so it, you know, keeps smelling nice, because sometimes they're in the box a long time and then they start smelling a little bit weird. I also hold on to those silica packs that you get in the wig, because that is for moisture, and I can make sure that it stays in the box, especially for those longer term storage. So for my name brand wigs, I keep them in the box, or I put them on a realistic mannequin wig head. Now, wigs that I get either from the beauty supply store, like Outre, Free Twist Equal, Sensational, they have like the cardboard insert and there's just like a little plastic baggy type cover thing. I used to actually take all the insides out and keep them in that plastic cover, and then that's how I would store them. I recently started storing them in these sort of zipper pouches, and I do have a full video on this, and I really enjoyed using those. The key is that you want to make sure that there is some type of airflow. You have your silica packs for the moisture, and that I put a little bit of paper in the cap just to make sure that you don't get any cold setting. That's when you sort of store your wig in a particular way, and if it's not, like if it doesn't have paper in it, it could crease. Like if it was laying flat with the cap flat, it could crease like that. If the hair's, you know, to the side, it can get a little wonky doodle. Like you can fix it with water, but you can avoid those things, and let's avoid those things, right? But that is how I store ones that don't naturally come into a box, or if for instance the box got damaged or something, I have moved to those sort of zipper pouches. They're plastic and they are breathable, okay? Some people store them in just like a Ziploc baggie and just leave a little room for air to come in and out. The other way that I know some people, if you're not going to store them in the box, prefer to store them in the organza bags. Now sometimes if you get a wig from me, especially if it's a sample, it will come in those like large organza bags. And that's a great way to store it as well. One way that people want to store that is to hang the wig, whether it's on some type of wig hanger, like hung from the back of the cap. Just in general, I don't really suggest you hang your wigs, not because it's going to do anything to the wig, but more because I would be fearful that either the cap would be stretchy or weird, or like you could stress the adjusters, especially if it's hanging for quite a long time from the back of the adjuster, whether it's Velcro, hooky-doo, what have you. I feel like that could, you know, decrease the longevity of a wig if you stored it like that long term. Now, short term, do what you got to do, right? But overall, those are my suggestions with regard to storage. I do have videos on long-term storage, long-term collection, how I store my wigs, but that is how I personally do it. I'm very curious to read the comments and see what you guys think. Like, how do you store your wigs? And if you could, if you have stored your wig in a particular way that you definitely do not suggest doing, please put that down below. Not only do I want us to learn what to do, but I want us to learn what not to do. Especially if you're talking about name brand wigs, you're investing a lot of money, or just, even if it's not a name brand wig, you might be getting a wig that you really love, that you don't wear all the time, and then you get it out and it's like ruined, okay? So that is what I have for you. Again, if you have a question, put it down below and I will answer it, make a video, do all the things, okay? Because we're here to support you. You can visit me online, tmwigs.com. And we also have a store in Pennsylvania. So you can go on the website and see where the store is. If you're close, please come in. Let's chat. We'll do a wig consultation. I'll coach you up. I'll get you fitted. We'll do all the things, right? So thank you for watching. I hope this answered your question, Alicia, and I will see you soon. Bye.